Hello everybody, it is time for another quadcopter. Now this is from a company called Holy Stone, which I had no idea who they were, but after doing some research, they're actually pretty popular and it seems to be a pretty decent size brand name that make many different models. So I decided to get my hands on the HS710, and this is a brushless foldable drone with GPS. Now, unlike the other one that we had, I'm hoping we don't have the flyaways and the craziness that went along with spending $150 on AliExpress. This one is more like a $300 Canadian drone, so a little bit pricier, as in double, but let's see if we get double out of the product. Okay, so once you get it open and get the plastic off, you're greeted with this nice hard case. And I have to say the quality on this hard case is definitely better than the ones that I've gotten from AliExpress. So you have your Holy Stone logo here, nice little handle, actually kind of like a leather style handle. Nice, it's on there, riveted type thing, so you can swing around a bit. So that's actually pretty good. And it's very solid. So let's open this up and see what we get. Now, one disclaimer, when I bought this, I'm pretty sure that this packed version only came with one battery, and I believe all the new packed versions come with two. So lucky me, I did not get the two batteries. I think I only got one, but we'll find out. I'm not 100% as I didn't really go through this yet. Wanted to kind of wait and go through it with all my friends here that are watching me. So right off the thing, we are greeted with a caution. Do not charge in carrying case. Okay, that makes sense. I think that has a lot to do with heat, and you're not supposed to charge your lithium batteries right after flight anyway. So when your lithium is warm, don't charge it. Let it cool off for about 10 minutes. Pop it on the charger, and away you go. And of course, near fire or any flammable materials. Okay, we got that. Thanks for the caution. Cautions are always good. Cautions of battery. Now we got a second one. Cautions of battery. And it's just going to be the same thing, like how you treat your battery. So now we're going to go into this little bag. And this was a brand new sealed. It was plastic covered. I wanted to actually just kind of see it. So I did take the plastic off. But I haven't done anything other than that, I promise. I have no idea what this is like. I have no idea what the 4K camera is like, but we'll find out. Okay, so in here, right off the bat, we have this little Phillips screwdriver. Put it right next to Be Quiet screwdriver, you ain't little. And we have a USB-C charging cable. Right off the hop, that makes it definitely a lot newer right there. And this bag here, we're going to have some extra parts by the look of it. Let's see what we have. Let's see if I can... Yeah, not really opening this without ripping it. So I guess I'll put things in something different later. So let's just pour this out. Okay, so here we are greeted with whatever this is. There's some little screws in here. I'm not going to open this because they're put in here for a reason to not go missing. So I'm just going to stick that back in there just for the loveliness of not losing it. And of course, the blade system that I do like is this swing blade system. And I'll explain why I like that. If you hit something, it does this. And if it's solid, it breaks. So this is one of the things I really like and I'm happy to see on this quadcopter. So you actually get your 4 full extra spares here, and you can go to Holy Stone's website, and yes, you can buy parts, and it is fully supported. And that was something that caught my attention when I was looking at this. Okay, now, unlike the Chinese ones, you're getting a real manual here, and I do suggest going through it. I will go through it in the next, I won't go through it on video, but I'm going to go through it before I do the test flight video, just to make sure I don't do something completely wrong and somebody blame me for not being able to fly it proper. Okay, so once we take this here off, we are greeted with a couple interesting things here. One, a little cardboard thing that talks about everything. It has all the buttons and everything on here, and I believe the app to scan, whether it's Google or Apple, and everything here is laid out for you. So that's kind of nice. Something I want to definitely look over before I decide to fly. And that might be all I need really for me. But as a beginner or anything like that, please look everything over and make sure you know what you're doing. Now, here is the controller. There's a screen here, yes, because it has, it's not a video screen. A lot of people mistake it for it, but it is a screen that has all your settings and your controls and how things are going. Of course, I don't have any batteries in here. So that's important. So here is this is your antenna. Not sure. Anyway, that is the antennas, which I've noticed aren't a big problem because I've seen these antennas on a lot of this stuff now. And you're limited on your buttons here, but you're not. Like, there's actually adjustments here for fine tuning. You have your high-low rate right here, photo or video right here. I think this is takeoff or land, GPS. Some sort of a lock. I guess we'll have to see what that does whenever we finally get the power up. And in the end, you actually still have these. Now, this is nice because this actually gives you handles to make this bigger, like what I'm used to when I'm flying a hobby grade quadcopter or anything else like a Spectrum radio or something like that. So this gives me a much nicer feel like this, much more stable. I do like how this is made. They have a nice sharp edge to the, not sharp like it's going to hurt you, but sharp as in you don't slip. So that's really nice. Now, a lot of people are going to wonder about the phone. Well, it's right here. So you just pull that bad boy up, swing it out, drop your phone in, done. Now your phone is on here, and that is actually pretty cool because I don't like it down below like I've been seeing on some of the other ones. So that part is really nice. And when it comes to the batteries for the controller, the one downside, of course, it just takes 2 AA's. I'm not going to call it a downside. You do have a battery meter right here. And I apologize if you're hearing my dog because he's going mental. Okay, so that's a quick rundown of the actual controller. The plastic and everything, this thing is solid. Definitely a very nice feeling, very well built controller. Definitely. I like it. I like it. Now, what I've been wanting to see this whole time, let's just get this out of the way. So here we have the quadcopter, and as you can see, I didn't take anything off yet. Again, I was just roughly, quickly looking at it. I want to kind of get a verification for size. And what I will say is that I'm holding this quadcopter to a different quality level of the previous one for 150 that was brushless for numerous reasons. One, it's twice the price. Two, it's a brand name that is a household name at this point, which I did not even know until I seen this Holy Stone. And four, it does have a motorized camera. Now, it isn't a gimbal. It has like a shock system. Don't know how good that's going to be. We'll have to figure that out as well. Now, just for reference, here is the Chinese one with all of its battle damage and everything else going on with it. But as you can see right off the bat, this is a longer quadcopter. Not by a lot, but it is. And both these right now have the battery in, so I'm going to just verify weight. I'm going to say that this one here is definitely a little heavier than this one. So as far as blade design and everything, I'm happy on both of them. Yes, this thing is still flying. It's questionable, though, on what I think is going to happen with the wonderful world of is it going to fly away on me or not. So let's fold out both these and find out. There's my glue job because I haven't replaced the arm yet. So there's the helicopter from AliExpress. I mean, it's a fair-sized little quadcopter. And then we have this guy. So let's see. I guess that one comes out first. Or, yep, okay. Ooh. that didn't feel very good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this here off. Because it is, ooh, it's got a shiny finish. And a little flimsy cover-like thing on it. Okay, so now we're going to lay this one here down with this one. And I have to say, if we're looking at the actual arm, everything, that they're, I guess, almost the same size. I mean, at the same sense, they aren't, but lengthwise. But they kind of are. I guess you would rate them both as a same size competitor. Okay, so enough of this one because, well, it's not about this. Now, we have a nice shiny finish, which is, you know, I always needed. Here's the battery. Again, like I said, the one I have, unfortunately, only came with one. I would have loved to get the other packaging, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess, as they say. And, oh, there is actually a little rubber thing here, or foam thing, that looks like you got to take off so that it can actually make connection. There we go. So now, when I slide this in, it locks, and we have connection. Now, underneath here, of course, there is a camera still right here. Like all of them seem to have a down-firing camera. The gimbal, or this, see, it moves around. It's on some sort of a, I'm going to say, a rubber shock system. The feet, you got two back here and here and here. Kind of, I guess, yeah, I guess you can say it's almost the same, like idea, layout. Camera on the bottom, of course, too, and again, this one sucked for cameras, but if you get a good one, it's actually a decently flying quadcopter. As far as plastic goes, this is definitely stronger than the AliExpress helicopter. As far as touch, I mean, I already know what the quadcopter did for AliExpress and what damage happened, so I can't say that this one is stronger or not until bad things happen. What does this say? Unfold. Okay, so basically it does have an unfold sticker saying unfold this one first, or whatever the case is. So that's kind of cool right there as well. I mean, they can come off easily. You have lights here, your pilot lights or whatever, so you know what the heck's going on. And I believe there's lights in the rear here, but I won't know until I turn it on because I see front lights, but not sure about the back. And that would definitely tell you that you know which way you're facing for sure. No lights? Uh-oh. Lights? Okay. Now, I just want to fire it up. And the battery, this is another thing that's pretty unique on this one. The battery is also the power button. Oops. As you can see here, it'll tell you what it has for battery power. And now it's powered. And now we have lights flashing here in the front. And I don't see any lights in the rear. So I'm going to say that if these stay on, there's the lights for the rear at this point. But that's actually not cool if it doesn't have anything but this. But again, it is what it is. So now it's, you know, looking for its remote control. Okay, so I gotta say that overall I'm actually impressed here. It looks good. It feels good. I like this little, you know, racing style quad design. So, I mean, it's sharp looking. And you can see the Holy Stone logo kind of embedded into, actually it's kind of elevated through the plastic housing here. And overall, I'm actually somewhat impressed here. Now, I have talked to a few people after that I know that said they've actually flown the Holy Stone and that they're actually really good. But I won't know that till I decide to fly it. Okay, I just wanted to do a brief, you know, go over of the quad like I like to do with every single one that I fiddle around with. That way you know what you're getting out of the box. Guys, comment what you think. Does it look like it's going to be a contender? Does it look like it's worth the $299? Let's find out in the next video, guys. Thank you for sitting through this, and thank you guys for being you. Game over.